Section 1 of the Art of Fiction. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Julie van Mallegem. The Art of Fiction by Walter Besant and Henry James. Section 1. Walter Besant's Lecture, Part 1. The Art of Fiction, a lecture delivered at the Royal Institution, April 25th, 1884. I desire this evening to consider fiction as one of the fine arts. In order to do this, and before doing it, I have first to advance certain propositions. They are not new, they are not likely to be disputed, and yet they have never been so generally received as to form part, so to speak, of the national mind. These propositions are three. Those last two directly spring from the first. They are, 1. That fiction is an art in every way worthy to be called the sister and the equal of the arts of painting, sculpture, music, and poetry. That is to say, her field is as boundless, her possibilities as vast, her excellences as worthy of admiration as may be claimed for any of her sister arts. 2. That it is an art which, like them, is governed and directed by general laws, and that these laws may be laid down and taught with as much precision and exactness as the laws of harmony, perspective, and proportion. 3. That, like the other fine arts, fiction is so far removed from the mere mechanical arts that no laws or rules whatever can teach it to those who have not already been endowed with natural and necessary gifts. These are the three propositions which I have to discuss. It follows as a corollary and evident deduction that, these propositions once admitted, those who will follow and profess the art of fiction must be recognized as artists in the strictest sense of the word, just as much as those who have delighted and elevated mankind by music and painting, and that the great masters of fiction must be placed on the same level as the great masters in the other arts. In other words, I mean that where the highest point, or what seems the highest point possible in this art is touched, the man who has reached it is one of the world's greatest men. I cannot suppose that there are any in this room who would refuse to admit these propositions. On the contrary, they will seem to most here self-evident. Yet the application of theory to practice, of principle to persons, may be more difficult. For instance, so
Sample complete. Ready to continue?